What you have to pay attention to is, in this candle, where was the most selling volume? Because if the most selling volume was at the bottom, what that means is a lot of these sellers are basically trapped. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Hyve Trading. Today, NFP, GBP USD on my charts, and I managed to catch about 98 pips for the day. I'm calling it an early week, finishing off here. Market could keep pushing from this point, but I'm actually content with what I've managed to pull from the market. So as you can see here, basically I had a couple sells coming into the market earlier in the day. Market wasn't really doing too much. Of course, it's NFP. There's usually low volume prior to the news, and I found myself getting into one trade here, which I was quite lucky enough. Market came back to stop me out, but that was mostly because market was very bearish, right? I had a bearish overall look. Of course, you remember yesterday, from yesterday's trade breakdown, I knew that we were in a reversal stage because buyers came in from a yearly level. If you watch that video, you can see my explanation of that. And I did say that price could potentially keep retracing after putting a nice bearish move for the past couple of days. We could get a nice big bullish retracement. So I thought, initially coming into the market, I kind of knew that the market was in between being bullish and bearish. So I was playing it very conservative coming into this market. So you see here, it was only one position, but this red line right here was a nice dynamic monthly resistance level, and I knew price was going to react from this level. So here's that green line, here's that dynamic monthly resistance level. And you can see as soon as news came, price reacted from that level, which I suspected would happen, right? So when price reacted, this bullish candle, guys, was basically selling, right? There was a lot of selling in this bullish candle. So a lot of times people see bullish candles and they automatically think that price is going up, and they might start getting in at this level thinking price is going up. However, price rejected. So how do I know that was selling volume? Let's jump into the footprint chart here. So you can see the order flow right here was that massive bullish candle, and if you take a look at the bottom, you can see 255 selling volume, right? That was all selling. So when I saw that, right, the difference is, what you have to pay attention to is, in this candle, where was the most selling volume? Because if the most selling volume was at the bottom, what that means is a lot of these sellers are basically trapped, right? So in that scenario, I would probably be looking to buy, because I know that the sellers are basically trapped, and if price came back to revisit that area, they would most likely be exiting their position. And what do they do when they exit in a sell position? You're basically buying. So I would have been anticipating a nice buy. So initially, when I saw this massive candle and I saw that it was selling delta, what I saw was basically the selling was at the top part of this candle. And where was it rejecting? It was rejecting a major monthly dynamic resistance level, right? So that was where, as soon as this candle closed, I knew that I was basically gonna enter a sell, right? And that sell position is basically what you can see right here. So I got aggressive, took multiple sells from this level. However, here's the reason why, guys, you have to pay attention to the volume, because what happened as soon as I sold, right, when this candle closed, look at the volume. That was buying volume. So even though these sellers came in and sellers were very aggressive to the downside, buyers were stepping in at the bottom of this candle, right? So now I'm like, okay, well, price is basically traded down, right, after rejecting from a monthly level, and it's failing to break my previous day value area. And I basically at that point started exiting my sell positions. As you can see, I exited some of my sell positions. I held on to one thinking that, you know what, there could still be a chance that market could keep pushing down. So I held on to one, but when I saw market started to push back up, I was like, okay, no, I'm not willing to risk it here, because I know that this monthly level, if price was to go ahead and break above that monthly level, I knew now my overall bias was basically going to change. At that point, I'm like, okay, well, We've seen the rejection yesterday from the yearly level, and price is basically failing to break the daily level from today. So at that point I was like, okay, well, if price manages to close above this monthly level, we are going to be bullish, and that's what exactly happened. But before that, you can see right here on the footprint chart, when we got that aggressive selling to the downside, which I took part in, and I saw that it was bullish delta, I got out. But look what happened here. Now we had a bullish candle that actually matches the buying delta, and you can see the buying delta was 281, very aggressive to the upside. So at that point I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to go bullish. I'm just waiting for price to actually break above the monthly level, and that's basically what we saw here. So when I saw that aggressive bullish break above the monthly level, that's where I started to pile in some of my positions. And basically my target for that is this weekly level, which we broke back on Tuesday, right? We broke the weekly level and price hasn't come back to retest. So I was basically under the assumption that price should go back there to retest. However, I had my eye on this level as well, because you can see there's multiple confluences of resistance at this level. So I was playing it quite cautious as well. So I basically scaled in some positions here, and then when price broke out of this high with this candle, I got in some more positions here. But then when I saw that price was finding it hard to break this resistance level, that was basically when I started to scale out all of my positions, because I was content with what I've gotten. The momentum to the upside isn't really that much, isn't really that strong, so I decided to close out all of my position. Anyways guys, that's it for this trade. I hope you're taking some valuable knowledge from this breakdown, and if you are, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it's free, just so that YouTube can show this video to other traders like you who are basically trying to up their game and level up their game when it comes down to trading. Anyways guys, that's it for me, that's it for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.